So we got 30 minutes left.
All right.
And your man's old, but I would love, because this just came out like a day ago. Would you
Oh,
would you like
okay.
to watch the new the new Coheed video?
Let's let's fucking do it. Why not?
I'm gonna throw it in the
We're gonna end this the way we started.
hell yeah. I'm gonna actually put it on the watch together, and then that way you can
Let's
pause it
fucking
too.
let's do it. I don't know shit about the lore or the story or fucking
No
whatever.
shit. So it's funny because I ended up doing something similar because of Coheed, which is making a like a. I don't know what came first for him, whether it was the story or the music, but at least for my group at the time, like the story came first, and I was like, I guess I could make like a kind of Coheed-esque like prog band music thing for it, and I ended up doing it. The
So
story,
I'm pretty sure the story came first because I remember him in an interview saying that like he worked at like a pet store or something, and he was talking about it with like his boss, and his boss was like, "Cool, you should name the villain after me."
is that why he has such a terrible name?
Yeah.
Wilhelm Ryan.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Hmm.
That makes
And
sense.
I think the store was actually named the Keywork actually.
Yes, yeah, it was something like that. Yeah, I mean, he does. You're right. I think you're right. I think the story did come first, or at least the ideas around it definitely came first. And then I
Hmm.
know about his like, I think his father or grandfather worked at like a was it like a watch shop or something like that. Maybe I'm mixing some shit up. I don't know. He did take a lot of inspiration from just like everything around him. He basically just like stuck it all um, in his story.
No, yeah, like basically from what I've seen in interviews, Claudio said that a lot of the stories are like dramatized versions of stuff that's happened to him in real life, and
Right.
he's using the stories in the comics and the albums to kind of vent about real life shit,
Yeah.
and he's just like blaming it on these fictional characters instead of like uh doing and not that he's not doing anything about it in real life, but like it's just a way for him to vent about
Yeah.
like real life shit.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, I mean that's probably why I enjoyed Volume One as much as I did, and maybe why so many people enjoy Volume One. Like,
He's bitching out his wife for leaving
well,
him.
yeah, his ex girlfriend at the time, and then like, yeah, like the fact that then he makes it like a meta thing where then he starts to sing about the writer of the. It's so ridiculous.
Yeah, that I will say, like, I didn't read the comic for that, but I do know like the general idea of the story
Yeah,
for Good Apollo. And I do think that is pretty neat where like he's become kind of self-conscious of what he's doing. He's like, is this okay? Like, should
yeah,
I be doing this? Isn't it kind of fucked up that I'm like killing these people? But then he's like, no, it's fine. They're not
they're
real. They're
not
just
real.
characters.
Yeah.
So, like,
No, yeah, I
I, I
thought.
think I I think that's pretty cool.
Okay, so here we go. A
All
disappearing
right.
act, which I don't know about you, I am not a fan of this song. Just outright not a fan of this song.
Okay.
Do
Well,
you like this song?
I don't love it, but I don't hate it.
Okay.
I think I'm like, it's all right.
Okay.
It's not a song. It's not a track I like go back to a lot.
Has there been anything? Have you been listening to that album like on a regular basis?
When it first came out, I listened to it a lot, and I think I listened it to a point where like, all right, I'm good.
You like sucked all the dopamine out of it.
And now I'm listening to Opeth.
Fair enough.
I
Didn't they?
after having all of that, like you were kind of saying in the video, all that saccharine, I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, now I need some like fucking
Death.
dark shit.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
need the black coffee afterwards. Yeah.
and some brutal.
Yeah. It's fucking. Did they just lose their guitarist or something like that?
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
Kind of a bummer,
I thought
but
I read that somewhere.
yeah,
Just a
that band
weird.
has always like had a revolving door of band members. Do you know that technically there are no founding members?
Is Michael whatever his face is not the
No, he's
singer?
not. He technically joined Opeth a year after they formed, and then all the other band members left. So Yeah,
All the
technically
other band
speaking,
members left. How do you even do? What do you even do at that point?
I don't know.
And you're a year in, or yeah, you're a year into the band. Some new guy shows up, and the new guy goes like, "All right, I'm gonna sing," and everyone else leaves, and he's like, "I guess I'll keep the name and keep going." Like
That's basically what happened. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's so
It's super
odd.
weird. Super weird.
And then he's made it work. He's just I don't know. They're so hit and miss for me. Like sometimes
Opeth?
yeah, sometimes they hear something. I'm like, I kind of dig this, and then I don't know if it's like his screaming or I don't know. Like it gets a little weird, and maybe it might be
Yeah.
like my ADHD or like my love of like deathcore or like post hardcore
So
or like that kind of shit. But like I don't know.
I don't know. I'm someone that's like extremely, extremely picky about screams and vocals,
And
and
you
like and
like
growls, and
his?
I love his. Because to me, it sounds like he's a fucking demon bellowing from hell.
Maybe he's gotten better, but the when
I
I
like. Well, I don't know. I listen to the old shit. Like he doesn't do it anymore. He actually stopped. He doesn't growl anymore.
oh no.
Yeah, he only does clean now.
Oh no. No, you ruined it.
Dude,
Okay.
dude, are you fucking telling me that you don't like Blackwater Park? Come on.
I don't even know who or what that is.
That's like their best album.
That might be the one
Dude,
that might be the one that I listened to.
dude. Blackwater Park is so fucking good.
Oh man. I don't know. 12 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna have to I'll just which is the best what's the best song?
The title track.
The title track? Okay. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna put this in the music share.
So yeah, like the only bands I can think of that I really like growls and screams from are Opeth, Between the Buried and Me, Devin Townsend. Um, look on your face. Get out of here.
Devin Townsend, yes. I get so tired of I maybe that's what it is, but like between the Buried and Me, he only has the one scream. He kind of just has the
I
one.
I will grant you that his screams are pretty one note, but I don't know. I just got a taste for it, I guess.
It's not like I don't like it. It's just after a bit I go like, "Oh, this is like it's like you singing like the same note over and over again." That's what it kind of like comes off to me. Like that's why I like Lorna Shore.
Sure.
Like Lorna Shore, like Will Ramos is the dude's nuts. Like he's just insane. He's got like crazy highs, crazy lows. He's like doing weird things with like his mouth and technique there. And like I don't know, I just get like fucking A, like Jesus, you can do a lot of shit. And then when I hear like one guy do one voice, I go, okay, that's it. That's all you got.
But
You can't
for me, I can excuse it though because at the very least he does go back and forth between
singing. Yeah,
the the growl the yelling and then the clean. So
which he's
like
really good at the cleans. I will admit that.
yes,
Much. He's really good at the
yeah,
cleans.
like the album Coma Ecliptic, for example, still has some screams on it, but is more leaning on the clean vocals.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you might like that one if you give it a chance because that since it's more so the clean vocals, really great singing on that one.
I'll have to check it. Is one of the newer ones?
Yes.
Okay, that's why. Yeah, I think
Although my personal favorite album of theirs is Colors.
I think the one I did was the Great Misdirect. I think that's my
That one's really good.
because it's like short too. It's like 4 or 5 songs, or maybe I'm thinking of the wrong one.
Yeah, no, it's like 6 tracks.
Okay, yeah.
I actually saw when I saw them live, they played Misdirect live,
The
start to
entirety.
finish,
Jesus.
the entire thing, and I was like, I felt like I ascended.
Yeah, it's
It
like
was
one
fucking
big prog
incredible.
song. It's just like one 30-minute long fucking epic
Fuck
thing.
yeah, my dick was diamonds
Yeah,
the
dude,
whole
I
time.
can only imagine. I can only imagine. All right, speaking of Diamond Deck, here we go. Sorry, Chandra, didn't mean to say anything weird like that.
Oh, it's not working on my end for some reason.
Oh no.
I don't know why. What the fuck? Do I need a refresh?
Yeah, let's both try a refresh real quick. I'll give you. Okay, I think you're good now because now you're like.
Okay, I'm good now. I'm good now.
All right.
Full helmet.
I will say that much. As much as I think the story of like Coheed and Cambria is kind of like meh, I will say that they have quite a few like good like art choices and good art
Yeah.
design. And
Yeah,
this
like Afterman. I think the design of Afterman is pretty neat.
is pretty fucking good. It's pretty fucking
Pretty
good.
sick.
Yeah. Um, I like this. I don't. The character is like a. There's like the collector from Marvel, in like the universe, and they kind of like fuck with the main cast. But like in general, it's hard to get any like real story out of this new one because you have to buy the like deluxe edition of the fucking thing. I mentioned it in the review. Like you gotta buy it's so hard to get any real story out of it, and I just go, I don't want to pay a ton of fucking money for it, and
I think they were selling the book on tour, but I don't remember if I saw it.
yeah.
I wouldn't have bought it anyways. I ain't buying that shit.
Yeah, I mean, they came out. Like now they have novellas. Now they're like little books, so they don't even have like art. And I would say that the artwork was like a good draw because they usually got good artists to do stuff. The first like in keeping not in keeping secrets, like the second stage Turbine Blade art is kind of meh. But
Yeah, I tried reading second. That's what makes me like shit on the stories because I tried reading second stage and I was like, what the fuck is this?
it's a mess. It's a mess of kind of like it's just like sci-fi, but like it doesn't really try to tackle much. It's
Nothing really makes any sense. It just
no,
feels like
yeah,
a sequence of events.
yeah.
Like all of a sudden, like this girl and her boyfriend go out in a car to some place, and then she gets raped by a gang, and it was like, why did that happen?
Because bad
Why
guy.
did they do that?
Because bad guys show up and they're bad.
I was like, yeah, I was not down for that. And
Yeah.
then a little bit after that, she fucking dies.
Yeah.
Like it's like you fucking rape her and then you kill her, Claudio. Like what is your deal?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, to some extent, he was like a young dude, and maybe like the newer stuff is a little more like not so like disjointed and like
Edgy.
and edgy. Yeah. And it seems, I mean, yeah, he's talking about Vaxis, and it obviously seems to be like, you know, it's his son and
Yeah,
whatnot.
yeah. I will say at the very least with Vaxis, it seems to be kind of like him reflecting on being a parent,
Yeah.
and also kind of reflecting on kind of like death and anxiety, which is
Yeah.
which is
Something
pretty relatable.
something that happens as you get older. Yeah. You start to
Yeah,
think about mortality and whatnot. Yeah.
yeah. I almost forgot. They actually played this song live.
Did it sound well? I'm assuming it sounded good. They
No,
don't.
yeah.
They don't sound
What
bad.
was really fucking funny though, I just remembered, is right before they played the song, I think it was the guitar player. He kind of stopped and he was like, "Hey guys, hope you're enjoying the show. We've been playing songs off the new album. This next song, it's a little different, so just be prepared." Like he was kind of like setting the audience up, but like I feel like they could have just played it and I don't think anybody would have like said anything.
No,
I don't think anybody would have complained.
I think a lot of people are still kind of enjoy the album, at least from the like the few comments that I've gotten on my shit. Like it still seems like most people they don't hate it, and I don't think it's really that. I don't think it's possible to hate it. Like I call it saccharine, but like saccharine still means it's a little bit sweet. Like there's still something about it that is like it's hooky, it's
Likeable.
catchy, it's good. Like there's no like pop music. I don't think pop music is bad because pop music is literally bad. It's the fact that it is so sweet, like it is so simple and so easy and so like nothing to really latch on. Well, maybe there's just too many things to latch onto, or maybe there's like it's just too perfect a lot of the time. But like it's good.
Yeah, it kind of lacks grit.
But
I hear you.
but it's good. Like there's no like the chord progressions go where they need to go. The melodies and harmonies do what they need to do. Like you can't objectively say it's bad because it's written almost scientifically to be good. So it's
I
like,
mean, I don't like saying objectively good and bad personally.
of course, yeah.
Yeah. I do remember Claudio at some point in the concert, just to talk to the audience, was actually saying like, "Hey guys, glad you're enjoying the show, blah blah blah." But then he was like, "I'm glad people like the new album. I didn't expect that." Like he legit was just like, I thought people were not gonna like this album,
I think
like flat out.
it's impossible. It's impossible. I can see fans going like, this isn't um like old Coheed, which is what I would do. I would just be like,
I've
this
seen
is
I've seen some fans be like, this album's a 2 out of 10. I'm like,
no, because that's just ridiculous. I guess
yeah,
again,
yeah,
I guess if you're really looking at it from that standpoint, like that doesn't sound anything like what I want Coheed to sound like, then like yeah, that sounds like shit. I guess like that's what it is. But
sure.
like if you're being like even somewhat fair about it, like the songs are catchy. You just hate that they're catchy. You hate that it's not Welcome
Yeah,
Home or The Willing Well or you just hate that. It's not
yeah,
like you have a problem with the music.
yeah. You hate that it's not old school Coheed
Yeah.
anymore, which I think is fair, like, but I actually kind of respect and like that the band has never rested on their laurels. Like Claudio even said in the concert, he's like, we never set out to make the same album twice.
Right, yeah.
And I think he, looking back at their catalog, even the older stuff, I think he's right. Like I don't think they ever did make the same album twice. Like each album has its own flavor.
Yeah, it's always the evolution of one type of like one of the four P's. Like it's usually, I mean, the plot usually isn't the thing that's evolving. It's usually just like the mechanism which sort of holds it all together at the end of the day. But yeah, like you can tell, like the fucking second stage is like super pop punk or like hardcore. Like it goes pretty ham and like there's like tons of like screaming, almost talking like vocals, and then you get In Keeping Secrets where they're like now they're starting to play with like prog and like keep like long form songs and different sections, and then like volume one, it's like let's turn it on all the fucking way, and they got rid of most of like the pop punk and all that shit, and then they started like going
Yeah.
ham on like
Yeah. I
motifs
think
and themes and like yeah.
I think that's why I'm not like a huge I don't dislike it, but I'm not a huge fan of the album Second Stage because
Yeah.
I'm not a big
Punk
punk
guy.
guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm more so into prog, which is why Keeping Secrets and especially Good Apollo are like way more up my alley where I'm like give me the long
Yeah. Give
song
me the long shit.
structures.
Yeah. 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 No, I completely agree. And yeah, that's what I ended up noticing during the thing. It was like I liked punk a lot more back then than I do now. And now that I don't like punk as much, I'm going back to the album going like, oh, it's not that good. But it's not that it's not good. It's just like, oh, it's that I don't like punk as much anymore. Like it's
Yeah.
just it. It's like such a
It
weird little
it
thing.
still has some good shit though on it. Delirium
Absolutely.
Trigger,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that shit
Yeah.
slaps.
There's still good stuff off of it. It's just like there are parts of it you're going like, like
Yeah.
okay.
Parts of it where I'm like, I could take or leave this, but it's still a good album overall.
It's not, especially for a, well, I guess it's not really their debut, but their debut as Coheed.
Basically, yeah. I never listened to any of the Shibuti stuff.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. It's more, it's like Coheed, but it's like second stage, but even more raw and more like aggressive and more punk. Like, yeah.
Gotcha.
Will we allow ourselves secure before it does harm? How long before the mind it gets too weak? Before it feels to witness? Before it gets a vengeance to start? I'm a long, long way from giving up.
Fuck him up, Claudio. Oh, Chandra.
Yeah.
Waited here for someone to touch you, for someone to hear you scream. It's okay to be afraid. Here we go. My love will make it. My heart to breathe and take a look. We're strong enough to face our fear. Now watch time disappear. Time disappear.
God.
That was an alright video.
Man.
Meh.
Whatever.
I mean, let's be real. I don't think I've ever seen a music video by these guys where I was ever like, oh my god.
What are you talking
Holy
about?
shit.
The suffering. The suffering is fun, at least. It doesn't make any sense, but at least it's weird enough to keep your attention. And
Yes, I
maybe
don't
me.
know.
Maybe that's just me, though. I don't know. There's like a goat thing and a crystal. It's like a
I don't remember that music video. Maybe I need to see it again.
There's like a satyr or like a centaur or something, and it's just like a weird little like video. The welcome home video is like terrible because it's just like green screen. They're
Yeah.
just like they're just like, and they're like in the void of something. I don't know.
But like, I'm not even like a big fan of Rammstein, but like Rammstein have the best fucking music videos. Period.
Yeah, I can see that. They're pretty
Like-
choreographed well for a metal band too, especially. Yeah.
Like their music videos like fucking blow everyone else away.
Yeah.
It's like not even close.
The one Elder showed me, yeah, was pretty. I didn't like the song all that much, but the video was a lot. There was a lot going on. It was pretty.
My dad is like the biggest Rammstein fan in the world. He bought their cologne
Oh God.
and it smelled like gasoline.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Germans are weird.
Yeah.
Germans are really
He-
weird.
Dude, you don't understand. My dad loves Rammstein
I don't know
so
why.
much.
I don't get it. I don't
He
get
likes their intensity. I think part of it is also a little bit that he found the band when like he was kind of like in a rut in his life,
it. Mm.
and like it was like one of the only things that made him like feel really happy during that time.
That's hilarious.
I
It's
will
just-
say this. I will say this though. I did see Rammstein live with my dad,
Mm.
and that was an incredible show. Like they put on a fucking killer show. There was like fireworks, and there was one part where he had like a fucking like bow and arrow, and he shot it, and there was like a fireball that came out, and it came back and exploded. It was just like, this is awesome. Like,
Yeah, I'm
was-
not. I'm
it
not
was sick.
surprised. They're kind of like it's like pop metal. To some extent, it's like pop metal.
I think that it's officially they're industrial.
Yeah. I would say that they probably use industrial metal in the sense that they've got that, they use that sound, but then they end up doing kind of like your basic chord structures with like melodies and harmonies that are going to work like fairly well, and like it's like it's not like to take away from who they are, like it's just what they are. Like Devin Townsend, I think, falls in the same thing, where he's not doing a bunch of stuff, at least not anymore, or at least not as much anymore. He doesn't seem to be doing like the crazy metal stuff, but he still keeps like the distorted guitars around for the most part, and like the screaming still sticks around. But it's clearly
I feel like Devin in his later years has he's definitely moved away from like the heavy shit, and I don't know, I think it's just because he's gotten old, and you know that shit doesn't do it for him anymore.
it's got to be an age thing, yeah.
I think the last one he did which is ironically my favorite album of his, where he really went all out, was Deconstruction.
Yeah.
I love that album
That's one of
so
the-
fucking much.
Let me just make sure I'm thinking of the right one. That's the one that's with the purple album cover, right?
That's the one with Mighty Masturbator.
Right. Okay. So I'm not making that up. Yeah, that's the one with
That
Mighty Masturbator, fucking
Planet of the Apes.
Jular.
Jular.
I show that song off. I think I've shown that song off like twice at this point. Probably every single time Elder has gone like, you should listen to Rammstein. I go, you should listen to Devin Townsend.
Devin Townsend. Yes.
Because that's like my version of Rammstein. Is like, I don't understand how you can not like it. It's just
I feel like the thing that I really appreciate and respect about Devin is similarly he doesn't make the same album twice. Like he has the most insane range creatively. Yeah. Like he's done metal, he's done like prog, and then he's like, hey, I'm gonna do this weird sci-fi fucking folksy country-ish type of album because why not?
I still have to listen to the new Ziltoid.
I didn't like it.
No? Fuck.
No. Dark Matters? No.
Fuck.
Because, like, unlike the original Ziltoid, which felt more like a regular album, he kind of adds, like, spoken dialogue segments and shit.
Oh, no.
And it sucks. And it's a remake of the story of the first album, but not as good.
Oh, no.
Yeah, don't bother. There are a couple of good songs though. I will give it that. But like, nothing compares to like Planet Smasher. Like, come on, the original Ziltoid.
Bean.
Yeah, it doesn't compare to the original.
Well, shit. Okay.
Unfortunately.
Well, I'm gonna. Should I shit talk this or should I just be nice? It's not.
It's up to you, dude. It's your show.
The video is whatever. It's not. I guess it's better than PS1 graphics.
Yeah, no, that one was dog shit.
Yeah, that's
like
it's pretty bad.
Like I know some fans like it because they're like, oh, the story.
The story. Yeah, it's bad. It looks bad. Glad someone could get Eddie's Coheed rocks off. We didn't even get there yet. We didn't even. It's not like we nerded out on like Good Apollo or anything like that.
Right. Well, I mentioned it earlier.
Yes. But we didn't. We haven't gotten through like the fact that Willing Well 2 is like, or Willing Well 3 is like a repeat of Willing Well 1.
What you're Willing Well 3 is a sequel to Apollo 1.
Yes.
Which is fucking sick.
Yes, because then it starts almost exactly the same way. You're like, what's going on right now? And then it goes somewhere else, and you're like, oh, what's going on right now? Like that's the first time I had ever heard anything like that. Like
I heard that, it was the first time I was like, wait a minute, this sounds so familiar, but it's different. Yeah, I was like, what is going on?
You can do this? Like you can just play the same song again and go somewhere else with it? And it's like, yeah, you can do whatever you want. I was like, what? Like there's something so fucking dope about that. Or like even through albums, like when No World for Tomorrow, though I don't think
I love that album.
Do you? Like I sort of like it, I sort of don't. Like I definitely don't like it anywhere near as much as I like Volume 1. But like
sure,
it's still
I prefer Volume 1, but like dude, there's some bangers on that album. Fucking Gunslingers and Gravemakers, come on.
Yeah, I remember. Okay, yeah.
Fucking guitar solos, like, this shit's so good.
I'm not gonna say nothing. Don't worry. I'm not gonna say nothing. You're not wrong.
When we got to do this again, and when we do, we're doing a fucking tier list of Coheed's albums.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
Right, we're gonna fucking fight to the death on that.
I don't know if we are.
Maybe not. We'll see.
I think we might have very similar. We might have contention on like A's and B's, but I think everything else we might. I have a feeling we might fight on like Year of the Black Rainbow.
No, we're not.
Do you like that album?
I do.
Then we're fucked. It's gonna be the same list.
I think that album is pretty good.
It's so good. It's so good.
it's so overhated, and I don't even like, dude. Guns of Summer,
Yes.
dude. Guns
oh
of Summer is sick.
Don't get me started. Everyone shit talks that album for no reason. I think everyone just hated it because like I don't know. I don't even know what like because like Josh maybe
Because
wasn't on it.
Josh wasn't on that one. But they replaced him with the fucking
Chris Penny.
Chris Penny.
Chris Penny.
Who's a great drummer.
It's insane.
Yeah.
He's the old
Like-
Dillinger drummer. Like you're gonna shit talk the old Dillinger? Like no.
Like okay, I get the argument that like Chris Penny isn't a good fit for the band, but like I think as for like one album at least, like I think that's fine.
I think had he stayed in the band, you would be hearing a completely different Coheed. Maybe not a completely different Coheed, but like he would be taking things in a direction that I don't think could be taken right now with like Josh. Like I think he would end up getting yeeted if he tried to be on this album. I don't think this album would have worked with Chris Penny.
I agree.
And
I agree.
And in turn, like Vaxis probably wouldn't have worked, or The Color Before the Sun.
Afterman.
Afterman, I could see him maybe doing something that could still work, but something about having Josh back and having that kind of like,
Like
there's something about his energy that's a little different than Chris.
a little groovier.
Yeah. Even though like Chris is really groovy, but he's also
But-
like,
He's also a machine.
yeah, like he's a robot. Like the groove is
fucking
there.
Blast beats and shit. He's just like,
Yeah,
like
it's fucking awesome.
He's a fucking monster.
But I mean, Guns of Summer starts with like it has like a bit of like a drum,
like a polyrhythm type of thing.
something. Yeah,
Something.
like it's odd. Like he's doing good shit on that album for sure. I get the hate,
Absolutely.
but like fuck off.
Overblown.
Yeah.
Super overblown. I think we should do this tier list. I think it'll be fun.
I think we're gonna end up being somewhat similar, but I'm sure we're probably gonna fight on No World for Tomorrow.
All right.
That's probably gonna be the one.
I think there will be some stuff we'll disagree on, which will be fun. But
We
like,
should do. You know what's even more interesting? Not an album tier list, a song tier list.
dude, we'll be fucking here like
Forever,
all day.
yes. For fucking
Dude, the stream won't end. That will be a fucking like 5-hour stream.
yes. It would be fucking fantastic. Every single song. Every single song.
Dude,
It'd be nuts.
that's too much.
It is actually a lot. It's quite a bit, but it would be cool.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It would be
I'm totally
fun.
down.
It would be fun.
I'm super down for whatever the fuck. More anime talk, more art philosophy talk, any of it. It's fucking dope. Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, I mean, personally speaking, I had a lot of fun being on here.
Hell yeah,
so-
dude. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. I
of
appreciate you
course.
being a weirdo with me and talking some dumb, absurd bullshit.
Hey man, I only hang out with other weirdos. So,
Yes.
Good company.
Hell yeah, dude. All right. Well, that about does it. 8 o'clock, right on the fucking dot.
Hell yeah.
Fucking love it. All right, man. Well, I guess I'll see you around. We can set up another time and we'll keep talking.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome, dude. Peace out.
Take care.
Dope. I like making new friends and talking crazy shit. And with that, your boy has to go to bed, or at least getting ready to go to bed, because I'm not tired. That's the worst part. Fucking Daniel's got my fucking brain like, I'm like, it's going now. Now I got like things and thoughts in my head, and it's gonna be hard to go to sleep trying to figure out what art is and whatnot. But fuck it. I'm going to try my hardest to go to bed now. All right, everyone, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, night, evening, afternoon delight. Goodbye.